Namaskar Jyotisha. Myself Vibhas Chaudhary, Chartered Accountant cum Astrologer, and today I have come up with a very important and a new topic which you will really find on internet or YouTube or any other websites. The topic is that whether your partner, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whether it is related to a person who is from a previous life. I'm not talking about the immediate previous birth life, but I am talking about any of the previous birth life and how this is relevant. So before starting with the topic, let us understand the dictum about whether a person is related to you from a previous birth life or not. This is the horoscope, and you will find that I have put two horoscopes. This is the horoscope of a girl, and this is the horoscope of a boy. Now let's see how the dictum works. Suppose in the girl's horoscope, see, we are talking about the previous birth. So what happens? Two planets are very important. Which are the two planets? The two nodes. They're the karmic nodes, the Rahu and the Ketu. And so what happens when these two planets in one's horoscope is related to Mars and Venus in another's horoscope? I'm not talking about both Mars and Venus, either Mars or Venus in the another's horoscope. Then always remember that the person is from a previous life. And this is the reason why attraction happens immediately, irrespective of physique, irrespective of qualification, irrespective of caste, irrespective of religion, irrespective of sect, irrespective of the country's discriminations. These person will have to meet because this person is having relation from the previous birth life. So what is the dictum? First, in one's horoscope, the Rahu Ketu axis, the another horoscope, Mars and Venus, should be placed in the same axis. Let us take this example, which I have put on the screen. The girl is having a Rahu Ketu axis in Virgo and Pisces. Rahu is in Virgo and Ketu is in Pisces. So if a boy comes in his life, or if a person comes in his life who is having Mars or Venus placed in either of these signs, that is in Virgo or in Pisces, then that person is related to the previous life. And that person is related to some unpending karmas, which you have unfulfilled in that life. And you have to fulfill these karmas in this life itself. I'm just repeating the dictum once again. If in one horoscope, see the Rahu Ketu axis, and if you find in another horoscope, in the very same sign where Rahu and Ketu is positioned, if there is Mars or Venus, then understand that the person is related to your previous life. Now, further, I'm adding to one more dictum. If Moon is also present in the very same sign, then you understand it's a very strong relation with your previous life. First of all, in the Rahu Ketu axis, if another person is having Mars or Venus, you are having a relation. But if in the very same axis, you are having Moon also, then you understand that this is a very strong relation of a previous life. It's very difficult to break. And what happens? The person will have to get married. There is no other option because this is only for the purpose of marriage. Whenever these types of chart happen, irrespective of the Kundli Milan, irrespective of the Guru Milan, Ashtakutta Milan, and various other methods from the Agni Puran, you have to see that this person will marry, irrespective of any obstacles which come into their way. Now, I'm also trying to tell you one more thing. What was the impact of this person who is coming in your life? And this, I'm talking for the purpose of marriage, matchmaking. Now, one more issue, I'm just trying to tell you up and put you up on the screen, is that whose karma was pending? Was it's the girl's karma or the boy karma? So we have to analyze both the horoscope, and the funda and the dictum is very simple. See, this was a girl's horoscope, and see, Rahu and Ketu is in Virgo and in Pisces. If in the boy horoscope, Mars or Venus is there in either of the sign, it means it's the karma of the girl. It's a pending karma of the girl. The girl has to get married, and if the girl does not get married, he will not be able to unfold the karmas. The bhagya will not come up very easily. Whatever be the situations, whatever be the circumstances, marriage has to take place, and is a pending karma of the girl. because she wanted to marry, but at the last moment of time, she had ditched that boy. This may be one of the reasons why this meeting of the people happens in this birth. Similarly, suppose if boy is having a Rahu Ketu axis over here, and girl is having Mars or Venus over here, then understand it's a karma of the boy. The boy has to marry that girl, and then only the karma can be unfolded. Else, it's a very painful phenomenon. The bhagyodaya of the boy will rarely happen. And if it happens, it will be happening at the very end of the phase of the life. And if in both the chart you find that Mars and Venus are related to Rahu and Ketu, then understand it's both karma which is coming together. Means both wanted to marry, but they could not marry in the previous birth. So they have come up in this birth to do the very same thing, to complete their unpending karmas. And once it happens, the bhagyodaya happens. So I've given you one more clue how the bhagyodaya can happen and how to understand whether the person is related to a previous birth life or not, and whether marriage will happen or not. I'm having tons of kundali on this, but I'll be showing you one very important kundali of a very big personality, that is John Kennedy and Jacqueline Kennedy. Put the picture on the screen itself. They were the JFK was the president of the United States, and Jacqueline was the first lady of the United States. Now let us look at the horoscope. The first horoscope is of the female, Jacqueline Kennedy. And this is the horoscope. The right is of JFK Kennedy. The red one is of Jacqueline, and the blue one is of JFK. Now see how it is impacting the chart. Let us look at the Rahu Ketu axis of Jacqueline. Rahu was in Aries and Ketu was in Libra. Now let's see whether Mars or Venus or Moon, Mars, Venus and or Moon is placed in these signs in the chart of JFK or not. And you will see in these two signs what is placed. Mars is placed. And what happened? Moon is also there in the sign of Jacqueline. So what happens? This is a very important person from the previous life of Jacqueline Kennedy. And they had to marry. Even if either or is there, marriage has to take place. Now let us look at the chart of JFK. See, this is the axis of, this is the axis, Rahu Ketu axis of JFK Kennedy. See whether any planet Mars or Venus is over here or not. See, no planets are over here. So there is no pending karmas which is going to unfold in this birth for JFK. Only the karmas has to be of Jacqueline. And she is destined to marry JFK, irrespective of the Kundli Milan and the Gun Milan. And let us see what had happened exactly. Jacqueline belonged to the same social circle, and how she was introduced. She was introduced by a mutual friend, Charles at Ballot, at a dinner party in May 1962. And she was attracted towards Kennedy's physical appearance, wit and wealth. Why she was attracted? She was attracted because Rahu and Ketu is with Mars. Wherever Rahu and Ketu comes, it gives attraction very easily. And see the age difference. See the marriage of the previous birth. At the time of wedding, Kennedy was 36 years old and Jacqueline was only 24 years old. And they were the youngest president and the first lady in the American history. See, when you know about the persons of the previous birth, you have to see what is going on, because they are destined to get married. They have to stay together. I'm not talking about living relationships. Marriage has to take place, else the girl will not be able to unfold her karma, her bhagyodaya, her fortune rise will not be there so easily. I'm also showing you one more chart. This is a chart of my client. I'm just removing the screen so that you'll be able to see it. This is the chart of my client. This is the female and this is the male. Now let's see whether the person is related to or not. This is a chart of male. See the Rahu Ketu axis. Rahu is in Gemini, Ketu in Sagittarius. Let us see whether the female is having the very same Mars or Venus or Moon in the very same sign or not. See, there is no Mars or Venus or Moon. So what happens? There is no karmas with respect to the man chart, with respect to the boy's chart, with respect to male chart. Now let us see about the female chart. See, it's a Rahu Ketu axis. And now let us see whether in this axis the person is having Mars or Venus or not. See, in this axis there is Mars. And in this axis there is Moon also. So this lady, this female is having pending karmas. This female is knowing this person from the previous birth. So this marriage, which will be happening, this marriage or the pending marriage of the previous birth, definitely the girl would have married another person in the previous birth, and the result of which she has to meet this person in this life, fulfill the karmas. Else the bhagya will be very difficult. Now suppose if the very same female is going to marry another male, I have just put the chart of this is male number 2. This is the same female. Let us see about the Rahu Ketu axis. It is in Virgo and Pisces. See, is there any planet in the chart of male? No, this is not no planets are there. So this is not a pending karma for the female. Now let us see the Rahu Ketu axis of the male. It is in Aries and Libra. Now check whether any planet are there in Aries and Libra, especially Mars and Venus and the Moon. No planet are there. So these persons are not related to their previous birth. And the marriage with the previous birth is very strong. And hence, whenever if your boyfriend, if your girlfriend, if your person with whom you are in living relationship, with the person with whom you are going to marry, then if such combinations are there, then understand that this person is related to your previous life. This person is being carried forward from your previous life. And minded, 100% sure, marriage will happen. The circumstances will be such that marriage has to take place. No person can go scout free. If such combinations are there, in either or chart, marriage will be there and marriage will happen. And then only the fortune of either the male, of the boy, or the girl, or if both the combinations, both the chart, will then move. The bhagya udaya will then happen. Else, bhagya udaya will not be happening if the person tries to leave this person, which is having a previous birth connection. And I thank you so much for watching this session. And in case of any comment, request you to kindly put it down so that I can take it up at the relevant forum. Namaskar. Om Guruve Namaha.